Let's talk a little bit about data dumpers. I've been, and you've been, to so many conferences where people will just give you the stats, and stats are important, but they'll give them to you ad nauseum until the eyes glaze over. Does data dumping, it's something where you want some credibility, but can it be avoided?
It has to be avoided. We have no choice if we're really going to connect with people and have them understand what we're trying to say and why we're saying it, to take the 50-page, 70-page PowerPoint presentation that dumps data on people and get rid of it immediately. I had a client just a couple of hours ago, Bob, say to me, hey, listen, as at a major corporation, I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to lose that client. So,
good move.
Right? The client, my mother didn't raise a fool. So my client says to me, listen, I have a big presentation coming up. I have about 10 minutes. I have 40 slides, but I'm going to put the slides up, but I'm not going to speak to the slides. And so I said, well, why do you have the 40 slides? And so she said to me, well, I have the 40 slides because that's what we do in our company. I said, well, why do you have the 40 slides and that's what you do at the company if you're not going to use the slides? It's just what we do. Does anyone look at the slides? No. Well, why do you have them? And you go in a circle. So here's what I've concluded. That the standard practice of dumping data and showing charts and graphs and statistics with numbers you can't even see, but just trying to demonstrate or prove on some illogical level that we've done so much work, like prove your work in some sort of math exam. We confuse that with communicating and connecting in a 10-minute presentation that says, look, here's the problem, here's what we need to do, here's what happens if we don't turn this around in the next period of time, and here's what happens if we do what I'm proposing. Let's get about this business, and here's what I recommend that we do over the next 20 or 30 days. We need to be more persuasive in our presentations. We need to be more engaging in our presentations. We all went to college. We went to graduate school. You know, you and I, advanced degrees, the whole bit. How many times are we sitting there, and then we turn around and we teach? Some of us now try to teach in a way that's the opposite of what we learned when we were in school. Why? Because we were not engaged. Because if the professor pontificates and gives out so much information and we ask ourselves, what am I supposed to do with that? It's the same thing in the corporate world. If you don't engage me, if you don't connect with me, and I don't understand why you're giving me this and what I'm supposed to do with it, you have failed as a leader and as a communicator. And the fact that you've given me a ton of information only makes it worse.